You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Rose, let's go ahead and talk about the NHL. Now, the NHL, they actually, in case you guys don't know, backstory here, the NHL was having all these pride events, and they were actually trying to make players wear pride jerseys in the pregame, but not during the game. So they had like the pride puck, the pride hockey stick, the pride jersey, and then one player, Ivan Provorov, said, "No, I'm not wearing this. I'm going to stay in the locker room. I'm not going to participate. It goes against my religion." He said that. Then another player came out and said the same thing. And it was
Jeremy Reimer came out and said he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
There's a pair of brothers in the NHL that said they were not going to do it. I believe their last name is Stahl.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because we had talked about them.
Yeah.
Well, the NHL came out and said, you know what? We're done with the pride jerseys. We're not gonna make any of our players feel uncomfortable anymore because it's a distraction now. Now, they're not getting rid of the pride nights. The pride nights are still gonna happen, but the players won't be participating in it. There's gonna be none of this virtue signaling for the players, because we know if you actually took a survey, let's say the NBA. If the NBA were to wear like pride jerseys, I'm willing to bet 98% of the players would probably say, nah, we ain't doing this. They ain't going to come out publicly and say it. But I believe the NBA even knows, nah, they ain't going to be down with this.
I want it to happen, though. I want the NBA.
I would
want
like
the
to see
NBA
Adam
to
Silver
be
to
put,
do it.
There's two things I'm hoping for here involving anything involving a basketball. I'm hoping the NBA players are put in a position where they have to wear literal rainbow pride jerseys out onto a court. I want to see that. It might be the first NBA game I actually turn it over to in years, just to see them have to walk out, saunter out on the court. Yeah, it's 6'10", 283, walking out to the court in their rainbow pride jersey. The other thing I want to see is, especially with all the virtue signaling the WNBA does, I want to see the first biological man come sauntering out on the WNBA court to take the court again. I saw Nick Young. He was running his mouth about going to the WNBA. I want Nick Young to identify as a woman or somebody else out of the big three to identify as a woman, put on a wig, go sauntering out onto a WNBA court. I want to see that. Yeah. Yeah, I did that video on Black and White Sports too. Ice Cube.
Yep, he did. Let's get back to this though, man.
Yeah.
Now that is over with the NHL, and there's going to be no pride jerseys now. Apparently, Rhodes, this is not a surprise. The Alphabet Mafia is outraged that the NHL is not going to be wearing pride jerseys.
Oh, I love it.
This is from ESPN right here. And LGBTQIA+. Isn't there another? There's more letters now. I mean.
Yeah, they tried to take the S, but I informed them they couldn't have it. That's for straight.
Well, it was like 2A. So anyway, alphabets, okay? Community upset with NHL's warm-up jersey ban. Let's read some of this. The NHL's ban on players wearing a specialty jersey during warm-ups has frustrated those who directly benefited from their participation, including charities and artists from, quote, marginalized communities. Rhodes, I always wondered, what does this even really mean right here? Marginalized communities. Truly, what does that mean?
I have no earthly idea. This is one of the many new made-up phrases and terms in order to carry out some social cause. Yeah. And there's a lot of those. There's a lot of those being hatched out there.
Because if you're talking about like sexuality, is Elton John a marginalized person? No, he's not. he's pretty well off. He's pretty successful. Everybody knows he's been gay for decades. And he's still, a lot of people consider him one of the greats. But anyway, look at this. Quote, "In short, it hurts," said Mio Lindsay, a queer artist who has collaborated with several NHL teams, including the Vegas Golden Knights and Los Angeles Kings, on Pride jerseys. Quote, "It doesn't only affect the LGBTQ plus community, but it also affects other marginalized communities, as the warm-up jerseys is a primary part of the community outreach and charity within the NHL. It's also been a space for artists to express themselves and be able to create unique work under the NHL. And that venue has now partly been taken away." Now, the thing is, I don't need a jersey to actually justify me as like a black person. Like when I see the NBA wear those built by Black History, if they didn't wear those shirts, guess what? Doesn't affect me at all. I mean, the Alphabet Mafia, it seems like their identity is attached to the virtue signaling.
What does the heterosexual jersey look like?
I don't know.
I have they put that out yet? Has that come out yet? I haven't
No.
seen that come out. Oh, let me guess. We're talking about people being upset about their sexual preferences not being celebrated as heroic. Let us think about this a moment. Literally, that's what you want. That's what you're looking for. You want celebration of your sexual preference. That doesn't make you brave, stunning, and courageous, in my opinion.
No,
It just doesn't. Sorry.
It doesn't. And you know what? This NHL, but remember, I did a video where the MLB pretty much did the same thing, where they were telling teams, hey, axe the Pride jerseys. They don't want any part of this because, remember, the Tampa Bay Rays, they had, 7 players that refused to actually wear that patch. They just need to get rid of all this stuff. Now, they're still going to have the Pride Nights. So all that's still going to be happening. But the players, they're not going to be doing any of that. The NHL announced Thursday that teams will no longer wear specialty jerseys during warm-ups after several players were scrutinized for refusing to wear Pride Night sweaters last season. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman has stated that specialty nights will continue to be held and that teams can still create jerseys to be auctioned off. The thing is, though, if somebody wants an Ivan Provorov Pride jersey, they ain't getting it because he's not going to be a part of that. So the NHL specialty jersey ban includes jerseys that teams have worn for Black History Month, so that's going to be gone, Women's History Month, Military Appreciation Night, Hockey Fights Cancer, as well as more localized celebrations like San Jose's Hispanic Heritage Night. Those player-worn jerseys are often designed by artists from this ESPN put this marginalized communities again, and would be auctioned off after games to benefit local and national charities, oftentimes generating thousands of dollars per jersey, depending on the player. Adolescent Counseling Services, which supports Alphabet teens and families, help raise funds through the auction of San Jose Sharks Pride jerseys this season. Dr. Philippe Ray, the executive director of the organization, was disappointed with the NHL's decision. Quote, "It's unfortunate the NHL has come to this decision, as events like Pride Night, where players wore Pride Night warm-up jerseys, are a wonderful opportunity for players to show support to our Alphabet youth and spread a message of love and inclusivity." I mean, why do they need to actually wear a jersey to say, hey, we like you? Why do they need to wear a jersey to say that?
Well, that goes back to what I've been saying. Isn't the whole point to be normalized?
Yeah.
Like,
look at this.
Nothing to see here. Please move along. Sit down in front of somebody and not know. Isn't the whole point is you're supposed to be able to not tell whether somebody's gay or whether they're straight? Wasn't that? I remember gay friends of mine literally saying, "Look, we just don't even want to be noticed. We want to just be able to live our life." Like everybody else was the key phrase. Like everybody else. Well, this is not like everybody else. That's not what you're doing here. You're trying to prop yourself up in some kind of way. You're trying to make it feel like they want to how do I put this? The alphabet community they are trying to escalate this as some kind of a religious affiliation. Their own kind of religious affiliation. Their own religious movement is a gay movement. I just don't get it. You know?
It has turned into religion. But look, he goes on right here. He says, quote, gestures like this can mean a lot to alphabet young people who experience bullying and hate crimes are 4 times more likely to commit suicide and report feeling unsafe in our world today. Hopefully one day showing support for other humans won't be seen as a distraction. The thing is, though, man, the players aren't saying that they don't like people in the alphabet community. They're just saying, hey, I'm religious. I just don't want to wear this stuff. I mean, it goes against my religion. Doesn't mean I don't love you and like you. Doesn't mean any of that. I mean, I just don't see how anybody needs somebody else. Hey, you must, like, for example, you have a LGBT shirt. You must wear this shirt, man, because it makes me feel good. Well, good. If it makes you feel good, you wear the shirt. I'm not wearing a shirt. That doesn't mean I don't like you. Don't force me to do that.
Look, you keep hearing, well, quit hiding behind your Bible. Well, look, do you understand the teachings of the gospel? Because you're supposed to put your faith ahead of everything. Of everything. If you're confused by that, it takes precedence. True believers, it's to take precedence over everything.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.